And as you guys are docked on your boat, you're pulling in early in the morning, and you see this person with long snakes for their hair kind of walking down the main stretch of the port towards the Spelljammer Hall. And I can show you a picture of what she looks like here. Because I do have a picture of said lovely lady. That is her in the middle of action.
Let's just go kill her. Just run right after her, chase her down, and kill her. Or would that break the rules?
You guys are on guild grounds. It's almost like the John Wick Continental. Good evening, Mr. Wick.
I still think that should be my next character. John Wick.
Well, tomorrow's a good opportunity for you to prove it.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. Is there guns in your campaign, Brett?
Nope.
That's what he's known for. His guns. And kicking ass.
You can play.
Maybe I can beat Chuck
crossbows,
Norris.
long bows, short bows.
You play the mini crossbows that you hold in each hand. They act like guns. There you go.
There you go. Well, what do you guys would like to do? I know we can't go fight her yet. I sense it'll happen eventually.
I think we should avoid her for now.
Thinks we should avoid her?
She looks kind of.
I think we should sell Lewis's character to her and take the money and go buy some nice stuff for ourselves.
Sell into slavery?
That sounds like a good idea.
I think you missed the word back there, Edward. Back into slavery.
Yeah.
And you know what makes that even better was that you thought Daniel was the one that said that.
I said Edward, not Edgar.
Either way, I was the one that said it, and you thought somebody else did. So, it's going to be a good night. So,
Well, why don't we do this? If you think we should stay away from her, we should still keep eyes on her. Why don't we follow her?
Sure.
I like it.
Let's casually follow behind, and just anytime she looks back, we'll just hop into
Feel
place.
like
and just...
Assassin's Creed. We all go in a crowd and we just magically blend in.
I like it.
You know what? Since Garrett's staying behind on the ship, I'll take his role.
You hear Garrett. Yes, sorry guys, I'm not feeling too good. I think I'm gonna stay here and eat some hot pot.
Pockets.
You do that, bud.
Yeah.
I'll take your role. I'll be Garrett today.
Okay, good luck, Grape Shot.
Yeah, he's thinking about birthday dinners as well.
Oh, is it my birthday? I can't remember.
By the ancients.
And my friends are in town.
Oh, geez, Morty. So how far are you guys going to follow away from Vraska? Because currently on the docks, it's not too fairly populated. I think there'd probably be approximately like 10 to 15 people probably moving goods on and off some of the boats around here and towards the Spelljammer Hall. Like, it's not enough to blend in because this isn't a very, like, roughly... It's not a super populated asteroid that you guys are currently on. But... So how far would you guys like to stay and try to blend in and not make a scene?
Hour, 2 hours.
Casually. We'll casually just stick behind 30 feet or something.
30 feet? Okay.
Oh, I thought you were talking about time.
Time-wise? 30 seconds. So, she walks towards the Spelljammer Hall. Opens the door and enters inside. And as she does, she puts up her hood over to cover some of the snakes to prevent from scaring certain peoples. And walks up to the bar and sits down. And she goes, Hello, Bastion. Can you give me a drink? I'm really in desperate need of it right now. As you guys would probably be entering in just about that time, being 30 feet away. And he's like, yeah, sure, Vask, I gotcha. Not a problem. He stretches his arms out and grabs some of the drinks and sets her down right there in front of her. The usual, I take it. And she's like, double of the usual. And she sits down and she starts sipping on what looks to be a darker liquor of some form. Almost like, it looks to be almost like oil mixed with a little bit of brown color to it.
Ew.
Ew.
And what did I hear? The bartender call her?
Vraska. So I will unmask the name there for you on the picture.
Yes.
So just so y'all recall, she is currently sitting at the bar.
It's a nice bar.
Thanks, man. AI made it. Instead of I made it, AI made it.
Yeah, I made it. AI.
So she sits up there and she sips on this two cups of this brownish black thick ichor.
Like Jägermeister almost?
It is Jaeger. It is Jaeger.
Good.
Well,
I guess...
Is anybody else around the bar around her?
I want you to make a perception check, because there is a couple people here, but we'll see if there's more notable people that stand out. You see probably a couple of people not immediately sitting next to her, per se. You probably see like a couple of sprinklings of nondescript humans and elves and dwarves and halflings around the bar that may or may not be members. You can't really tell because their necklace is not visible. Although you do see one individual. Actually, I have to open up my Word document is closed, and hopefully it opens up on the correct monitor this time.
You want to be showing that resume again.
Yeah. Oh, Word. Oh, it's on the wrong monitor. Close it. Boom. There we go. It's okay. The one that was important wasn't up yet. You see this sort of woman that you have met before, and she has this long, white, snowy, blondish white hair, kind of like Elsa from Frozen, that you've met before. And she seems to be sitting there across from some lady that looks like Selena Gomez that you have met before, named Serena. Those are the two more notable people in here. And also, I believe Cordell and Edward, if you all recall, Serena was marked as one of the people that was wanted on a bounty. But looking around Grapeshot, currently there is only one bounty hung up on the board and one other document that is new hanging on the board.
One bounty and one new document. Got it.
And the bounty looks to be for Django Fresman.
My arch enemy.
And then you can look over the other mission or quest if you would like.
I'll kind of quickly scan over the new document, but my intent is to sit down next to Vraska.
Okay.
With not right next to her, but like give her like one chair over, and then I'll sit next to her.
Gotcha. Okay. So you sit down next to her, and she's sipping steadily, and then she kind of glances over at you, and then she stops paying attention to you, but you see some of the snakes looking at you off of the top of her head. And something gives you this sinking feeling that she can see you just because the snakes are looking at you.
I'm not gonna turn my head. I'm gonna look at the barkeep, and I'm just gonna light up a cigarette and ask for whiskey.
Okay. And Bastion's like, well, whiskey it is today then, huh? That seems like the same as always, if I recall.
Same as always.
How's your guys' going? And this guy is, that's what he looks like, except he can stretch his arms, kind of like Mr. Fantastic.
Well, I think we're trying to figure out what our next move is. But the going's going.
There's a couple moves going on out there. It depends on what kind of game you're playing. There's a big world to explore out there in the Astral Sea, including wild space and Etheria, and a couple other galaxies that lie beyond the fold there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. And I remember watching the last episode and seeing the map, so I kind of have an idea of like what's out there.
Yeah, I can open it up for you. That way you can at least see.
Yeah. I, Vinny, don't know what the next move is, but like maybe we can find that out with talking to this person. But after being handed a whiskey, I'll look at the snakes. I'll kind of look at her, and just be like, "Hi."
Well, hello there, little. She kind of looks you up and down. Hadazee, interesting. And you see some of the snakes like.
They friendly?
They do what I tell them to do.
Right. Grape shot. I'll introduce myself.
Vraska, the Relic Seeker.
Raska, the Relic Seeker. Please make your acquaintance.
Pleasure.
I'll kind of allude to my group and be like, that's my party there, and that's my captain.
Interesting group of people.
Yeah, you can call us interesting.
You guys are more diverse than a rainbow.
You know, that we are. We're equal opportunity employment.
Intriguing. Something tells me you didn't just approach me because of my hair.
Well, you could say that your appearance is very interesting. I don't think I've seen your kind around here.
Oh yes, gorgons are not all that apparent in this part of the world, I guess. They're a little bit more common from where I'm from, but that is neither here nor there, nor this plane of existence. That is, they are, at least from where I'm from, is back on Shadowfell, but that's a long way from here.
Where is she from?
Shadowfell.
Okay. Interesting. Might I ask, why are you called Relic Seeker?
Oh, I love finding goodies and relics from dungeons all across the astral planes and other planes of existences. and just sort of creating a collection.
You must also love long walks on the beach.
No, I don't. No, but
Oh.
I love long whiskeys on the me. As she sips her Jaeger, her black ichor.
Ugh. Ugh. I kind of recoil. Are you currently on any ventures at the moment, or are you just hanging out?
I just came back from one.
Oh. Any interesting spoils?
It's something that doesn't benefit me, but it might be of use to someone.
Yeah, depending on what it is, if you don't want it, we might be interested in purchasing said relic off of you.
Give me a persuasion check. And she's going to roll insight to try to understand why you're trying to ask her about certain things. She doesn't have comprehension. She just kind of thinks you're interested in her wares.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to gauge her to see, like,
Well,
friend, foe, kind of, like... for me, obviously, was, like, main quest, like, objective. But, yeah, I'm just trying to gauge her to see if she's friendly or if she's foe. What her intentions are.
she seems pretty on the level, especially being here at the guild. And not being immediately met with hostility means she's probably been here for a while. Or might have some sort of status here. So, you know, she's not immediately hostile. Maybe she has underlying methods or degrees that she works around or morals of her own abode, but they still fall in line with what's acceptable for other people here. But she sort of turns to you and she goes, well, I just got back from the gift village and I procured an artifact. It's not inherently needed by me, but...
You're kind of breaking up.
Oh, I'm breaking up? That's what she said.
Yeah.
But, is this better?
A little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, it was kind of dropping in and out.
Test. Oh, as I said, so I kind of just got back from the gift village, and...
Oh, no!
Is it getting bad?
Yeah, because every time you say she just got back from it cuts out, like, silent.
Hold on, let me see if I could do something here. Grandma! Grandma, stop downloading! Is that better, guys?
I think so. Sounds the same.
So, Vraska will tell you, I just got back from the gift village, and while I was there, I collected an artifact that seems to sort of cancel the difference of speakings between a certain zone. So if you speak language A, and person B doesn't understand language A, all of a sudden they can understand language A. And vice versa for person A understanding person B. But it only works within a range, and it's not I don't really care about that. I just... speaking is beyond my need. So...
Okay. In the meantime, Pat, yeah, you were still kind of dropping out.
Let me see if something... Go ahead and ask a question. Let me see if something else is running real.
I was able to make out most of what you said without it dropping too much. It was just kind of like, sounds like it mutes really.
Am I dropping out at all to you?
Oh, not at all, which is kind of strange.
I don't hear the dropouts from you, Pat. That's why I didn't know.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Vinny, it might be you, buddy.
No,
It might be
I don't.
me.
I don't
You're
hear.
dropping out for me as well.
Oh, I am.
Really? I'm not getting you. He sounds fine to me.
Grandma! Grandma! She just... All right, let me. I'm just gonna turn things off in the house real quick and see if that helps. I'll bring it back.
Hammer, board games, you name it, they sell it probably.
Is that better, guys? I turned off my work laptop. Is pretty much the big thing that's running, and it was on VPN.
Alright, sounds fine
Much
to me.
better.
Much better. Yeah, it might have been.
So yeah.
It might have been my work laptop. Okay. So, is there anything that you need me to recap on real quick then, since it was cutting out a little bit?
No.
Nope.
I pretty much wrote down what I needed to.
So, she collected the artifact from the GIF, and it was the artifact that would most benefit the GIF, essentially. Since their differences is due to separations of language.
Just trying to think of a question. But it's like, okay, well, that sounds interesting. That might benefit us. I'll have to confer with my group, but I just realized I spent all my coin on a crystal of identification.
I forgot about that.
'Cause-
Hey, it's important.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Well, I'm just gonna tell her that does sound interesting. Actually, really interesting. In the future, we might be interested in purchasing her wares. If she's procured, no matter how she's procured them, we don't really care because we do have some like-minded individuals.
She'll stop you right there. She's like, well, actually, I don't take payment necessarily, but there is something that you could do for me, and I could give it to you. If you're truly interested in this.
Alright, I'm gonna turn toward her.
It sucks asking this, because it's something out of my own reach, my own purveyance, but my partner, and she kind of says it with like an exasperation, my partner is been captured and locked up in a prison, a slaving kind of ring or something that exists within one of the asteroids to the southeast of here.
Southeast.
They might have some form of anti-magic to keep him there, because he's fairly capable, but he can't get out, and it's too risky for me to get in. By myself, at least.
Now you're cutting out for me, Pat.
Oh, really?
You're cutting out for me now.
See if it's just the
It's
mic.
still person. Okay. Sounds like we got a mission.
Change my input, maybe.
Slavering to the southeast of the location. Southeast of here.
In one of the asteroids, which you all would know is probably the one that Garrett was held in.
Asteroid. Here.
Is it better through my microphone?
Maybe.
A little bit.
If
I keep
we'll
talking.
find out if you talk. Yeah.
Yeah. So it is most likely the one that Garrett was kept in within the asteroid. So she will describe this location to you, and I am going to unmask it on the map for you. So in the map I have created, she will unmask the main asteroid in the middle of the clump there. And she will tell you there is a large prison that is housed within that. Probably 2 to 3 stories tall on the innards. And, well, they are doing something there, and they're putting my man to work, I'm assuming. But I can't get him back by myself. And actually, if I go there myself, it'll probably be just as dangerous for you all as it would be for me. So, if you could possibly jailbreak him, I would be willing to give this to you.
You know, that was actually going to be one of our stops.
Well then, it seems we're sort of falling in line.
I think our interests do align at the moment.
Interesting.
Can you tell us about your partner? What does he look like? What is his name?
Oh, his name is Jace. You'll see a human man with glowing whitish blue eyes, and he's wearing a blue cloak, most likely.
I hate you.
Is it a human with blue eyes and a blue cloak?
That is correct.
Human blue eyes. Okay.
His last name is Baron, I believe. Bellerin. Bellerin.
You put the two greatest planeswalkers together as partners.
That's actually in lore.
Wow, that's pretty good. Oh, I did not know that. It's a fun fact.
So there
I'm
you go.
guessing this is a magic reference or something.
Yeah, Jace Beleren is my absolute favorite planeswalker in Magic.
But they are
Okay.
both
Yeah.
planeswalkers, which is why they are part of the guild.
Yes. Yeah.
They are both very powerful planeswalkers.
Jace the Mind Sculptor. Mm.
He is a human. Okay. All right. Well, I think we might be of assistance.
I like to
We
hear
are
that.
adventurers. Easy.
Are you also part of the guild?
That we are.
And she'll sort of pull up her necklace and show you that she also has an amulet. I'm also part of the guild. Helps me find more things that I'm looking for.
It's handy to be resourceful.
Indeed.
Hmm.
She finishes
Will
her
there be
Jaeger and then gets another
will there
one.
be payment upon this, or are we just to expect this item?
I'll tell you what. If you get my partner out of jail, out of prison, out of slavery, I shall give you this artifact and then something else from my collection, and I'll even sweeten the deal with a couple hundred, maybe 1,000 plus gold. How does that deal for you?
I'll finish up my whiskey and then slam it and be like, I think we have a deal.
Sounds like a deal to me then. Grape shot, was it?
Indeed. And then I'll point to my group and just point out the individuals in my group when we're the mattress tag enforcers.
She kind of chuckles for a second. Oh, okay.
Yes, we take our job seriously.
And we are Magic the Gatherers. That was a joke. She won't have a name. She's just like, interesting. Well, pleasure to meet your acquaintances.
I'll be like, well, I'm gonna rejoin my group. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. We'll keep in touch.
Enjoy the whiskey. As she sips down her second, Jaeger.
Before I return to the group, I want to look at that new job posting or whatever it is.
Alrighty.
The new document on the board.
As you read the document on the board, it describes the bar at the edge of the universe has gone missing. Which is a bar. Cordell, are you nearby?
Yeah, I'm here.
You're there? So as you're sort of overlooking this, it describes the bar at the edge of the universe has been missing. It sort of is not in the location that it's normally known at being. So, Cordell, this rings a bell for you, because this is a place you've been to before. A place where you've had an encounter before. So, it sort of describes this location is most likely drifted off and or been knocked further out than where it normally was, which Cordell knows is into the far northwest from here. But the mission describes payment for finding out what happened to the bar and where its new location is. And it details giving 1,000 gold to each person that locates the bar and provides information on it. So for your crew would be 1,000 per person.
And it's to the northwest, to the far northwest.
It is called the bar at the edge of the universe.
And the universe. Okay. Okay. I'm going to relay all this information to my group.
I'll just finish off my drink.
I just looked at the chat log and I just realized that Verasco was the one that left a note in the dungeon. Oh my god. Wow.
Yep.
I could have been like, you bitch.
You took it from us.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So after reading the note about finding the bar at the edge of the universe, where Cordell, this place does ring a bell to you. It is something that you are familiar with more recently.
Mm. Okay.
All right. So what would you guys like to do?
My character's gonna run to the restroom,
All right.
and his real life counterpart's gonna do the same thing.
Okay.
You run to the restroom and see Commander Buzzkirk running out again.
Okay, so currently the jobs that we have aligned are to do a jailbreak that goes in line with Garrett. Our other job is to investigate the bar at the end of the universe on the opposite side, so opposite direction. I think,
Which may
in
or may
relation
not
to where
go
we
in
are.
line with Cordell.
Oh. I think since it's closer for the moment, we could possibly tackle this asteroid, this slave asteroid.
So you do know your ship can pretty much go anywhere on this plane. In this map that you have within a day's travel, depending on circumstances.
Oh, that was no issue.
Yeah, I like your reasoning there, Grape Shot. I think we go do the jailbreak first,
I have not returned.
and then once we do the jailbreak, we use that to leverage against Vraska, and we use Vraska, whether she wants to or not, on the bar at the end of the universe. That's what I think.
I like that. You can also gain an ally in the process.
Mm-hmm. And they like Vraska. She doesn't realize it yet. She can be very useful later down the road if we go out
Indeed.
to the bar at the end of the universe.
You know who we might meet at the bar at the end of the universe? Who might stumble in? Django.
Not me. I was thinking Ford Prefect, but that's a different story.
I guess it would make sense for Django to be there with the bar at the end of the universe. I mean, where would you go to go in hiding?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely not the place called Talos that has a whole bunch of mimics and changelings in it. Not at all.
Oh no,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, every time you say Talos, what you make me think of?
Star
Right?
Trek.
From the Elder Scrolls, the guy in Whiterun saying, you all need Talos, and that means saying, y'all motherfuckers need some Talos. Ever played the Elder Scrolls series and know that's a religion?
Yes. Y'all motherfuckers need Jesus.
Every
No,
time you
Talos,
say
right?
that, it's what you make
That
me
is
think
one
of.
statement I am not going to disagree with.
Talos is love. Talos is life. Excuse me, sir. Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior Talos?
Oh, no.
But yes, I agree. I think that sounds like a good plan. I think unless there's any other side quests that I'm not aware of, I think we should go investigate this asteroid. But this would be a good opportunity for Garrett to be here for that.
Should we wait and do something else until his return next week?
Possibly.
Or if our DM wants to call his ass and ask him how long his damn birthday party is going to be?
You know Lewis loves us for stuff like that.
He said he may or may not come, so...
That means he may.
I don't know if he was talking about being here or something else, but...
Whoa, hold on. Pat, you know who we're talking about right now? The guy on Puerto Rico time says he'll be at the place at 2:30. He shows up at 5 o'clock. So if we're
talking about the
expecting...
Puerto Rican ninja.
Yeah, we're
so
talking about him being on tonight. It's probably not going to happen.
He was talking about being here, not being here next week. Come on.
Oh, you're joking.
No, I'm just messing with you.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
the Lewis we're talking about.
So it's up to you guys what you want to do.
Well, we
Lewis's
can go.
defense.
We could pause on this quest, wait for him to feel better since he's laying on a ship thinking about birthday parties, so we can go see Commander Buzzkill, and if there's anything he needs us to do.
Like go find a bar at the edge of the universe.
Well, we don't want to do that until we do this prison first.
Well,
Okay.
no. So I think we could probably go investigate this prison the bar at the end of the universe instead.
Oh, all right.
In Garrett's bed.
All right. Well, let's go do that. Let's go to the ship then. How long does it take us to get there, Pat?
It could roughly take a day, depending on your guys' travel.
But knowing us, you're gonna throw something at us while we're traveling. So
He's
let's
the
go
ninja
for
master.
it. He's gonna throw some shit at us. I'll be shocked we make it there without any trouble.
So what I was going to say a minute ago while y'all were throwing our Puerto Rican ninja under the bus was that over the last 6 months or so, he has gotten to the point where he no longer takes 30 minutes to decide what spell he's going to cast. He has been much more decisive and much faster in his decision making over the last 6 months.
He knows.
Yeah, but
maybe
his
the last
30
15
minutes
sessions.
of taking time in D&D is now 30 minutes taking time on his turn in Magic.
That's because he's new, though.
I know it's true. He is new. He's gonna watch this recording. He's like, "Why are these motherfuckers talking about me?"
Yeah. I mean, honestly, there was a time where I would watch 3 episodes of the Pink Panther cartoon on YouTube. Then he would go make dinner, and Pat would go use the bathroom while we were waiting on Lewis to decide what the hell he was going to do.
Oh my god, it's so true.
What are you doing, Vinny? I'm making a grilled cheese.
It's so true. Alright, so what would you guys like to do?
Let's just go
Let's
to the
go back to
bar.
ship. Yeah.
Okay, as I'm prepping a battle map.
Oh, see?
Oh wait, did I say that out loud, guys? Sorry, shit. No, I'm just messing with you. I'm using the bathroom because I thought Lewis's turn was up. But so you guys return to your ship, your aptly unnamed ship, and start to set off the direction for travel here. But as you guys are kind of thinking about how you're going to get there, what you're going to do, sort of charting the course as you're walking up towards the docks.
It's where the mattress tag enforcers. I think we should name our ship the mattress tag.
The mattress tag.
Ooh, I like that.
Okay. See. Oh shit, that's a high roll on the dice. So as you guys are kind of walking back to your ship, the mattress tag, all of a sudden, Edward is, I'm assuming a 24 hits Edward, so Edward is hit for 9 damage.
Oh shit.
As
Walking.
all of a sudden, Edward, you're kind of just walking back to the ship, and all of a sudden you just feel almost like something just pounds you into the boards beneath your feet. And that's where we're going to roll initiative as I grab out the battle map
The
here.
fuck? We're on guild grounds right now.
Oh,
Oh,
this might be a
fuck.
dice color change.
We're on guild grounds now.
I agree with you on that. That was a freaking 4.
Oh, where the...
Red.
Trying to find the battle map I literally made earlier today.
Why you have to hit me?
I rolled to see who he'd hit.
Oh.
Because you're the captain.
To be fair, you probably would be the first one. You'd be head traveler.
Well, we know Edgar's coming
Guess
first.
I didn't make this then. Well, I'm gonna make the map real quick. Enable, disable the lighting. And yes, I know this is not in the Astral Sea, but
What the? Oh, this
No.
is the dock.
yeah, it's just a docks map. It was the first one I could find, so there you go. And let me throw every mofo on this guy, and then I will make it purple. So we'll be Gucci Gang. We'll say
The Gucci Gang.
the Gucci Gang. We're gonna be Gucci Gang.
Wow. How the mighty have fallen. The Gucci Gang.
Edgar, where the heck is the skeleton, by the way?
Skeleton.
No skeleton?
No, only have a ghost up on the ship.
Okay.
There's only 4 of us. Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Oh, it's
We'll be
okay.
fine.
We got this.
Well, I technically can't show you the token either. So that's going to be an interesting one. So he's going to roll.
Technically cannot show us.
So Edgar, you just see Edward Kenway just get smashed into the docks. But you don't see anything that did it.
Must have slipped.
Hmm.
Walking.
So is that your turn, or Edgar?
Do I see something? Yeah. I ain't attacking any.
Currently, you look around. Give me a perception check as I unlock the tokens.
Action. Perception.
Yeah, you're looking around. You don't hear or see anything.
We just have a clump cap. Nope, I won't do anything.
Okay. It will be its turn. Not Edgar. It'd be Edward Kenway. It technically gets advantage.
Thought he was swinging at me again.
It does get advantage.
Do you have the invisibility on it?
Yep, now I do.
There you go.
With 15 hits.
Can I do anything to stop this?
You can use your reaction to take half damage if you want on one of
Yeah.
the attacks.
I will.
So you'll use it on that one. So
Yeah.
you get 3 damage on that one instead of 6, and then it will attack again. Oh, 2 3s on the dice is a miss. Good thing you did that. And then it is going to move. So, Edward Kenway, you get slammed again. And it almost feels like you're getting hit by just such a torrential push of air. Like, so hard that it just slams you into the ground.
Like the force.
It's almost like the wind. The wind is just slapping you so hard, and you hit the ground. You feel like a little bit of breeze blowing as it happens.
Is it Ong?
Maybe. It's your turn.
Oh boy. Can I look around and see if I see something?
Give me a perception check.
Because, alright, let's do that. I don't know what I'm looking for. Let's go!
So as you feel the slam before you, you feel a drift of some of the wind move approximately, it'd be about 10 feet to the west of you and 5 feet to the south of you. So it kind of just drifts that way after it hits you.
Alright, I'll pull out my gun and try to shoot it.
Give me an attack roll at disadvantage.
Attack roll, so I do that. Hold on, I'm going to actions. And I'll just roll my die, I guess. I don't know who to put it on.
A 12 misses, unfortunately.
Fuck me! Alright, I guess that's my turn. I don't know what else to do.
Okay. Grape shot. You see where Edward Kenway pulls out his pistol and shoots in that direction, so you have a general idea where it might be. Grape shot.
I just realized I was on mute. I'm gonna move up closer, kind of next to Edward, so I can get a little closer to perceive where it could be we're coming from. Oh. And you said I had a general idea of like where.
Based
Like
on
to
where
the-
he
to
was
the left?
shooting. It was off to the left.
Can't do anything. Yeah, I got a target. Okay. For now, I just want to perceive. I want to use my action to do a perception check to see where, if I can pinpoint, like where he's at in relation to like the docks, and if he's off to the side or whatever.
Okay, give me a perception check, and this would be using sight. Okay, that beats his stealth. So, you see a gust of wind that kind of centers around a certain square on the dock, which would be right there. You see just a faint move of wind and almost a mini tornado on the ground. It's harder to notice, but you spot it out.
I'm just gonna point to the left near the edge of the dock there, kind of on the near the edge of the dock, and I'm just be like, there. I think that's where it is, and I think that'll be my turn. I'll just stay put there.
Okay. Cordell.
Okay. I think if I were Cordell, is there any loose dirt that I can get a handful of?
Yeah, I'd say out here it's kind of like crumbly rock and dirt on this asteroid that you're walking on. I know the picture does a
Okay.
great justice for it, but
Okay, so I'm gonna holster my gun. I'm gonna get me a handful of dirt. I'm gonna walk right up here, and I'm gonna toss the dirt in the direction of that square that you've got highlighted.
okay. So since you're not attempting to attack, you're trying to reveal. Give me a strength check.
Okay. Ooh, I'm still in the bucket.
You pull back and you see it swirl a little bit on the ground. It wasn't quite enough to reveal. But you could try again with your other action if you would like. Or your other attack, per se.
Yeah, I think I'll do the same thing. See if I can reveal it.
Okay. So go ahead and roll
Strength
another
check
strength check for me, please. You pull back again. This time you throw it,
Much better.
and that's enough to hit it. And you see some of this dirt just kind of swirl around with this creature. And you see what looks to be, as I pull up a picture of what it looks like momentarily. A nice little kind of wispy boy.
Right.
And as you see him sort of swirl around with some of this dirt, you get the full visage of what he looks like. He looks at you. You dare show Cellbreaker.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I got more where that came from. All right, let's see. I have moved. I have taken basically my attack actions. I think the only thing I really got left to do is stand here and take it like a man.
Alrighty. Edgar, in this moment you see what looks to be that creature. It does lose its invisibility for the round. So let me take that off. At least until its turn. Edgar?
I will cast See Invisibility.
Interesting. Okay. You now see the full Cellbreaker as a wispy sort of air elemental.
I'm assuming the dirt's just gonna get off, so.
They're going to what?
I'm assuming the dirt's just gonna get off them, so.
Yeah, most likely.
Bonus action. Well, I got 90 bonus actions.
Okay. So, Cellbreaker is going to eject the dirt from its presence, and returning invisible, except for Mr. Mr. Markov here can see it. So I will. That's actually going to be a kind of an interesting thing. I'll have to show, or unless Edgar is pointing it out, to give a rough idea of where he's at. He is going to roll a d3 here. It's a reroll. That's a reroll. Keeps you in 4s. There we go. And someone, all of a sudden, out of the mistless presence, is going to get slammed. Actually, that's at advantage on him. So one more attack.
Is it me again?
Yep. Unfortunately, bud.
Wow.
Yeah, they don't like you.
Mm-mm.
So that is
Fucker's gonna get
12
that.
damage.
Can I do another one where I like dodge it or take half of it?
Yeah, you can take half if you would like, or reduce it
Yeah.
by 6. There
Do
you
that.
go. And then it will make another attack at you.
12's a lot.
Natural
Trying to kill
20.
me?
You should have had
Fuck.
this one. You should have this one. You can't do it again, unfortunately.
Fuck me.
There we go. So Edward Kenway just gets slammed straight into the ground, and this time he's motionless. And then it is going to move a little bit more. I need to see.
And I have to throw a life-saving roll, don't I?
Yes, you do. But so Edgar, you see it move away from everyone else after slamming him. It kind of moves over Edward Kenway, and it is now floating directly next to you. So, Edward Kenway, go ahead and roll a death saving throw for me.
Do a d20.
Yeah, it should be on your main page. There is a actual death roll. Your main tab, there is death saves on the bottom.
That's right.
Oh, natural 1. He's almost
Fuck
dead.
me.
He's almost dead. All right. Grape shot.
Well, I'm going to cast
I don't
Berry.
like that.
All right.
So now I have 10 berries, but it's going to be another action to
administer the berry.
said. Yeah, but at least I have berries.
All right.
I'm going to move up to... Sorry, I was already next to him. Yeah, I think for now I'm just going to stay put and wait for my next turn. Don't die.
As a legendary action, Cellbreaker is going to hit Edward Kenway again. I'm just kidding. It's Cordell's turn.
I'm already almost dead. I survived a fucking hallway with 2 fucking elementals. And I'm gonna die to fucking wind guy here.
So
No,
Cordell.
Edward Kenway's not dying today.
No, but your character tomorrow is going to die. So,
That's fine. Edward Kenway's not dying.
all right. So, first pistol attack.
Should be at disadvantage. Because he's invisible. Invisible. Oh, a natural 2, a natural 20 and a natural 18. Wow. So yeah, that hits.
Right.
You spin around and you shoot in the direction of where Edgar is. Go ahead and roll damage. And I will apply it to him. That's a solid hit. And these are magical, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Let me see.
That's the critical damage.
That was the critical damage.
Oh yeah.
So I'll just take the
that's
8
critical.
plus 4.
Well,
It's 12.
yeah. Yeah. It's 12. All right. Second attack at disadvantage.
That also hits.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll damage.
I'll take it. 9.
It's 9. Okay. Solid hit. Hits. Also, you might want to add the magic property to your pistol.
I thought I did add the magic to my pistol. What the hell? What the hell, Fantasy Grounds?
It is on there. That's weird.
It is on there.
It might be the ammunition.
Might be the properties.
Yeah. Well, is that your turn there, Cordell? Would you care to move, or...
That will be my turn. Let's see. Do I want to move? No, I'm gonna stand right here next to the captain's dead body,
Okay.
so I can give him a proper send-off if I need to shoot him to make sure he's dead, so he can't be, possessed by this Cellbreaker thing.
So Edgar can't turn him into a zombie. Gotcha.
Right. Pretty much.
Gotcha. Okay.
Can that really happen?
You'll see. Edgar, You know it's right next to you, to your left, and you do not have the disadvantage on the attack rolls for it. So I will go ahead and show you his current location.
Oh, hello. Ah. I guess I'll prepare for Edward's death.
Why does everyone think I'm gonna die?
Because you have one more save, buddy.
I know, no one can help me?
Well, I'm a fighter. I help things by killing things. So
Helps on the way.
there's that.
You're after him. Good.
We're going to be having a different session today.
I'll take it.
You'll take the opportunity attack. It doesn't have advantage on you, at least. So it should be a straight roll. And it rolled it at disadvantage, even though invisibility is set. However, it dropped a 7 for a 2 anyway, so it would have missed. So it swings at you and you dodge out of the way.
Cure wounds at 2nd level.
Cure wounds, alright. Some good healing.
And then bonus
Okay.
action, I'll use my my emblem to gain a 2nd level spell.
Thank you.
Harness divine power.
What? You're the cleric who learned how to heal.
You know what? For that, and then you all get healing again.
Thank you, Daniel.
Touchy.
Sir.
Alrighty. Cellbreaker is going to move up to Edgar and make 2 slam attacks. See, why does that do that at advantage? It still missed, but next one will be at disadvantage still. Alright, that one hits. There we go.
Ooh, that one was hurt.
And then it is going to move. That was 5.
I'll react if he's moving.
Yeah, so you do get the opportunity attack, so go ahead and roll a straight attack roll. Or your spell roll. And if you're casting a spell, I'll roll it for you. Or on his stat block. Inflict wounds. That
Doesn't
just
miss.
hits. Just
Oh,
hits.
shit.
14 is his AC. It'll be over there. 16 necrotic. And it does not resist necrotic either, so that's a solid hit. That'd be
Well, you guys did some stuff. Periods team.
but Edgar, you do see him start to float over the water up on the north side. And that will be its turn. Edward Kenway, you are prone, but you are alive.
So I don't have to do a death saving roll?
Nope, you are healed up.
So what can I do?
You can stand up and fight if you want.
Alright, I'm gonna stand up with her and I'll give it up on this battle.
Okay, you stand up, that's half of your movement.
Alright, and then I will. Do I have an idea of where he's at?
That's up to Edgar to relay to you, if Edgar does.
Edgar, do I have an idea of where he's at?
I give him a general area, not the exact location.
Oh, gotcha. So, you know he is somewhere to the north of your current location.
Alright, I'll just try to shoot him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack roll at disadvantage. That still does hit. You like shoot right over Grapeshot's shoulder and nail him.
Cool. Alright. Do I just roll damage?
Yeah, and I'll add it. I'll apply it to him. Yours is not magical, correct?
No, not yet.
Okay, so that is. It doesn't do as much as you assumed. And you don't get sneak attack because disadvantage and no allies, so there we go. So you have a bonus action and movement. What would you like to do there?
Since he's north of us, can I jump back a couple spaces?
You can do that, certainly. You have 15 feet of movement left. So there we go.
There we go.
3.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Anything for your bonus action?
Can I try shooting him again?
You have dash, dodge, or disengage, which you don't need to disengage. Oh, yeah.
I'll just stay where I'm
Not
at.
dodge, hide. You have hide, but
Actually, you know what? I'll hide.
he's gonna
So that I
hide
can
in the
sneak
open.
attack on him.
He's gonna hide in the open. All right.
I'll hide it and behind a barrel.
Okay, you got to be a little bit further for that. But go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Stealth check. Okay. Stealth.
That is about how I thought it was going to go. So you see Edward Kenway run around. He's trying to get to the barrel, and he kind of drops to the ground. He's just like tucked behind the ground, pretending to be hidden.
All right.
Is that
Good
it
enough.
there, sir?
That's my turn.
Alrighty, great shot. You know he's directly due north of your present location after Kenway shot over your shoulder and nailed him.
Oh. Yeah. I am going to take 2 attacks at disadvantage then.
Alrighty.
With my crossbow.
First shot. That hits.
It does.
Yes, go ahead and roll the damages. A whopping, and it is non-magical, correct?
Not correct.
Okay. It does a teensy bit of damage.
Okay, I'm just finding its placement, and I'm gonna try to shoot the same area again.
Hold steady and fire, and you blast him. This time, definitely more effective.
Yeah, I guess so. And since he's so close, I think I might just stay put.
Okay.
That'll be my turn.
Cordell.
Alrighty. First shot.
Natural one, unfortunately.
Ooh.
Misfire on the
Get to
pistol.
Roll that over. No, I
And you
get
get
to roll that over.
Stone a halfling luck. So 1 extra d20.
Yes.
So a 22 does hit. So your gun kind of jams for a second, and then you squeeze it a little bit harder. And it shoots out and it hits him. With the magical.
I'll take
Ooh,
that.
goodness. That is pretty solid hit. You see him for a moment as you blow that one out. He becomes corporeal for a second, and you can see him kind of splitting before going invisible again.
So does that mean get to attack without disadvantage?
No, you know he is bloodied.
Oh. So I still have to attack with disadvantage.
Correct, because he is invisible again. But you see him for a moment as you shoot him, you see him just and split before going back invisible. And that does hit. Some good damage is here. Wow, he's looking pretty hurt.
Right. And let's see. I am gonna move 1, 2, 3. Right there.
Okay.
That'll be my turn.
Edgar. I will once again reveal him since you can see him.
would cast. Fairy Fire.
Fairy Fire. I like it. So you can force the deck save, or I can do it for you. It's up to you. That is a failure. So he loses his invisibility, and everyone can see him now. He loses his invisibility. You have advantage on all your attacks on him, and yeah, so as you sprinkle the Fairy Fire. What color would your Fairy Fire be? Black and red, or?
Yeah, I do black and red.
Kind of like the crackling of embers. You see black and red swirl around Cellbreaker, and you see it catch up in his colors and stick and cling within his sort of gaseous form. And you see his full entity there before you, this hulking sort of invisible air elemental revealed to you through these charcoaling, crackling embers. I will capture you for Warden Yarovich. It is his will, and your downfall.
I don't even know who you are.
I am Cellbreaker, and you all have broken out of your cells.
What?
So is that your turn there, Edgar? Would you care to move, or?
I'm going to look over to Edward because my passive is higher than his stealth.
You seem kind of like tucking at the bottom of the stairs.
What are you doing?
I used to be an adventurer like you, then I hid in a bush. That's my running joke of the evening.
I'll make myself the target. I'll do it.
Okay. Yeah, he was kind of focus you anyway because of the spell.
Yep.
And it is concentration, I believe.
Yep.
And I think it would kind of know that because that is its weakness. So, he lost his invisibility. He will make first attack. Is a 22 to hit. That's a good save. Second attack is a miss. It is not going to risk the opportunity attack, so it will stay. Edward Kenway.
Alright, since I got advantage now, right?
You do not. It knew you were there.
Oh.
You have... Oh, no, you do have advantage because of the Fairy Fire.
Yeah, so I thought.
Not because of your hiding, though.
Well, I'm going to... There he is, Mr. Cellbreaker.
That is a hit, and you get sneak attack.
Even better.
And your weapon is not magical, unfortunately.
That's fine. Hopefully we blow him to the water.
So that's a big hit, but he resists half of it because of him being made out of air.
Of course it does.
A solid hit, though.
Can I shoot him again as my bonus action since I didn't move?
Unfortunately, nobody.
Damn it.
That's what fighters are for. And every
I
other
am
martial
a fighter!
class. No, you're a rogue.
Oh,
You can attempt to move and hide somewhere else, though. Preferably somewhere that has a place to hide on the map.
I will go and attempt 1, 2, 3 and hide behind these planks.
Okay, there you go. Now you just gotta hope that he doesn't have blind sight. So go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Alright. skills.
Okay, it feels pretty decent. You hide behind there and slide and.
Alright. And that will be my turn.
Alrighty, grape shot. This creature's looking pretty rough. It's kind of like chopping in and out of existence for moments and seeing it become partial wind before reforming again.
Yeah. I am going to cast. Well, it's a bonus action to cast it. Hail of Thorns.
Ooh.
So I don't think I've done this spell before, but if I read it correctly, I can attack with my crossbow once, and then the next time I use it, hit a creature with a ranged weapon attack, it takes effect.
Yeah, that's a new one for me.
I will attack. Oh, can I see the Cellbreaker?
Yes, you
Or
can.
will it just be
Because of the fairy fire, you have advantage on the attack too.
Okay.
Actually, this attack, if you hit, it triggers the Hail of Thorns.
Okay. So
You're also
I'm just gonna
two
roll
with
to
range.
attack.
That does hit.
But I have the crossbow extra feet, so I don't have disadvantage when I'm close up. So that hits.
Yeah, it's
for
just
that damage.
both you and Edgar are within 5 feet of the creature, so all of you have to make the dex save.
Oh, I have to, oh, dex save.
So you do the damage with the crossbow, right? You hit him with the crossbow, and then it and each creature within 5 feet of it must make a dex save. So you make a dex save, which you failed your own DC. Edgar, I think Edgar failed your DC. What is your DC? It should be 8 plus 3 is 11 plus. So your DC is 14. And it will roll a dex save. This should be its better thing. It's not, though. So all of you will take 1d10 piercing damage. So go ahead and roll a d10, and then I can apply it to all of you.
Each of us?
No, just the people around. Cellbreaker, Edgar, and Grape Shot. It's only one.
Hey.
That's good for you and Edgar. Not great for the creature. And Edgar, go ahead and make a con save at advantage for your concentration.
Okay. No, I am just working out the kinks of the spell, so you know.
You shoot it. you shoot your little crossbow like up close, point blank, and then all of a sudden, just like from the sky, starts raining down thorns on you and Edgar and it, and you're just like, oh god, I didn't think this was gonna happen.
Sorry. I never used this before. And I still have another attack.
Yes, you do.
Oh no. You know what? I'm gonna drop the spell, and because of concentration, and I'm just gonna attack regularly.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's concentration.
Oh, it only lasts for one attack though.
Oh, I see.
It's concentration until your next attack.
I see. Still hits 4.
That does hit. 3 damage. He's looking pretty rough. He's kind of flickering harder in and out of reality.
Okay. Now that I know how that works, that'll be my turn. Actually, yeah, I'll stay put.
Alrighty. Cordell.
Okay, I'm going to move up 5 feet to there. Now that he's covered in fairy fire, I'm going to designate advantage on here. I'm going to take my called shot.
That hits. And how would you like to do this since it's a college shot?
I'm just gonna aim and blast his ass right out of existence.
Okay. Now you die.
That was great. So, Gordo, you pull out the pistol, you see him sprinkling with this charcoal fireworks, this black and red sort of sparkles all over him. And you pull out the pistol, just shoot, and you just see him vanish and the sparkles drift below, just off into the abyss. You know, the creature has disappeared for now and or has died.
And not only did the creature disappear, but apparently I killed the dungeon master as well.
What? What? You can't hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Oh. So
You said the creature disappears, and then you just went whoop, completely silent.
the creature disappeared, and it's sort of... You're not sure if it's dead or if it's just gone for now.
Either way.
You guys are out of combat.
So, do any of y'all think that it is ironic, or do you think that there is a connection between being attacked by a critter called Cellbreaker and we agreeing to take a jailbreak job from somebody that should have been doing the job in the first place?
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, I say we go talk to our snake friend Vraska before we do anything.
Yeah.
And it might be worth talking to
Do
Man
what?
Buzzkill so we don't get ourselves in trouble here for fighting on the guild.
You can't
I guess
fight
that
another
makes sense.
guild member.
No, but that's not what I'm saying. He does think we started trouble. So watch our asses.
At least we can notify him that we were attacked on grounds.
Yes,
And,
that's kind of what I'm saying.
It's probably a good
Mm.
idea.
Maybe this stalker creature was maybe hitched a ride with Vraska.
Yeah.
How else would it have shown up here?
Alright. Before we go, can we run to the store really quick? I really want to enchant my pistol. Because I saw how worth it is. How much is it? How much is that, Pat? To enchant your gun?
500 gold pieces.
Oh, never mind. Never mind, I don't have 500 gold pieces.
And it takes a couple days of not having your pistol.
Oh. Yeah, I got 249. Never mind.
Hey, I know how you can make some money.
How's that?
I think there was a quest on the job board or something like that. I don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah, we were trying to do that, but
That's just an interruption. It's okay, you know.
just an interruption. Oh, I say before we leave and depart, let's go talk to our friend Vraska. And Grape Shot, I'll let you do the talking because you had the best connection with her.
All right, let me work my magic. I'll head inside real quick.
Okay. So you head back on inside. You see Vraska is currently walking towards the door as you guys are heading back inside. And she's like, well, y'all coming back in for a drink or something?
Yeah. Just to let you know, we were attacked by this invisible stalking creature that called itself the Cellbreaker. And he mentioned a warden for... Forgot the name of the warden.
Yarovich.
Yarovich. Would that be the same warden that oversees and works in this asteroid?
Oh, now that you mention it, that name does sound very familiar. It might be. Which, if Garrett was there, he would know 100% that that is him.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, we were just attacked on grounds, so just a warning.
Ooh, be careful then. What kind of creature did you say this thing was?
It was invisible. It was made of air. It could talk.
Oh,
It's like a pretend imaginary friend.
a stalker, you say?
Indeed.
It was something. Someone's definitely after you then. Those
That
things.
sounds like somebody's wary of
They-
us.
Well, stalkers typically. Someone that summons them names a quarry, and it hunts that quarry down across all of the plane of existence that it's on.
You're breaking up again.
What the fudge? It's like, because I don't even see it breaking up in Discord. Oh, it is breaking up in Discord. Maybe it's my input. It's just breaking up in Discord. It's like I got to be closer or something. So, she'll sort of describe that the invisible.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just Discord today. That's what it is. Whoa. Alright, let's try this again. Okay. So she will kind of describe the invisible stalker as a kind of creature that is summoned to hunt down a specific quarry. And it can chase that quarry across the whole plane of existence that you're currently on. It knows where you are, no matter where you are, as long as you are on the same plane.
Okay.
So, it sounds like somebody was after you all in particular. Have you done anything recently to said warden?
Well, let's just say a member of our group might have also been a slave.
Oh, so the Cellbreaker was after the one that broke away from the cell. Interesting.
Possibly.
Well, that, I mean, logically, unless you all have done something else, I don't see any other reason why that they would be after you, you know?
Yeah, they can take a ticket and get in line.
Fair game, then.
Alright, well, just a warning. I think we'll be taking our leave.
Fair leave, then.
And then I think we'll head over to Commander Buzzkirk's office.
Best of luck to you, then. So, you all are heading to Commander Buzzkirk.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if we don't see him, at least we could probably talk to the administrative lady. But I think we
Aura.
prefer to talk to Commander. Yeah.
Within or. So, you'd probably look around, and I think Aura would probably be standing by the stairs, just kind of looking around, checking out, and making sure everything's okay on the downstairs part before returning upstairs.
Oh, hi.
Hello there.
Is the commander in?
Yes, I believe. Yeah, he just ran into your compatriot not too long ago, coming back from the little men's room.
Oh, yes. We just wanted to report that we were attacked on grounds.
Oh, goodness. Well, was it another member?
No. However, it was an invisible stalker.
Who did you piss off?
Let's say it's a warden of a slaving asteroid.
I don't want to know anymore.
Indeed. So I don't know if we need to talk to him or if we just relay that information to you.
Oh, I can certainly let him know, but as long as it's not anything else within the guild, I'm sure it's okay. As long as you all are safe.
Yes.
Very good then.
I recommend before we leave, we get a long rest in or something, so we can heal ourselves. Or
Okay. Actually, yeah, you do look a little beat up.
I do, yes. And I know Edgar took some damage as well, so it'll probably be best we heal it up before we go on our next adventure, because we have a dungeon master likes throwing shit at us.
Guilty.
Let's get some rest.
Well, if he doesn't do that as the dungeon master, he's pretty much out of the job.
Touche. Oh. So, we all in agreement to taking a long rest before our next adventure?
Sure. I'm down with that.
Okay. So you guys return to your ship to take a long rest?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You guys rest peacefully, although I want everyone to make a perception check.
Okay.
Okay. So Cordell, as you're sort of... I'd imagine you kind of have your rest, and then you climb up into the crow's nest at the top of the ship, and you're kind of getting ready for the day, and you hear a voice carried on the wind. And you just hear, "I'm coming for you again."
You broke up again, Pat.
It's because I was whispering. You can't be dramatic when it's on this technical stuff, man. But it's like, it's a whisper saying, "I'm coming for you again." Carried on the wind, Cordell. But apart from that, the day is yours.
Oh, I guess let's go to this. I say let's start heading to this bar now since we all had a long rest.
Sorry, I was on mute. I said I would clean my gun to give myself some time to think before I went to bed.
Oh, okay.
I was sitting here talking. I was like, why isn't anybody responding to me?
I can only see the muted actual channels in Discord. Like Daniel. But you guys are getting ready for the day and preparing. Are you going to be setting off towards the northwest to find the bar at the edge of the universe?
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. So on the map here, I would like you guys to just draw a line and or a pattern of the direction that you would like to go.
Where's it at?
Northwest of your current location. You guys are in the dead middle. So I want someone to plot a course, essentially, on this map. Because I have things laid out in my mind where they are on this map. And also another copy. Right click. It's in the bottom. Right click. 6 o'clock.
I got it.
They actually have a actual drawing mode.
I'm right clicking and drawing pointers.
Okay.
What we're gonna do is just I'm going funny with this.
So know that there is more chance to hit something that is in a given location.
Oh. Do we hit anything?
Yes, you do actually.
Right.
Go ahead and somebody roll a. Let's do Cordell. Go ahead and roll a survival check since you are scouting, and you can do it at advantage since you have your assistant with you.
Ooh, yeah, that's right.
You have Mo.
And quick question.
I will take that nat 20.
Go for it, Edgar.
I have a level 3 ritual spell I was going to cast when we started. Is it too late?
No, go for it. What spell?
Tiny hut.
Oh, Lehman's.
Yep. I was going to do that on the side of the boat so I can just like fish.
Gotcha. Yeah, because your guys' boat is actually in. You have an air bubble that surrounds your boat too, so you guys can breathe, obviously, but you're able to do that just fine as you guys are kind of going. And it doesn't take long. It takes a whole day to kind of get to where you're going anywhere on this map. Although, I would say it'd probably be about 2 hours into sailing. You're met with something interesting there, Captain. As you're sailing at lightning speed to the northeast on the second arrow, you hit a part of the map where all of a sudden you just see an area surrounded by tornadoes.
Ooh.
They seem to be guarding this larger island that seems to be floating in the middle of them. The closer you get to these tornadoes, the more violently they start to spin. And if you try to move up or down, they seem to follow your direction. Would you like to plot course around or try to bear through the tornadoes?
I say let's try to go around to be safe.
Roll a d100 for me.
The hell's a D100? Oh, is it the last one in the list?
If you right-click on the d10,
Oh, right click on the T10. Alright, hold on. Ignore that. Right click, times 10.
there should be in the top right a percentage. Where the hell did the percentage go? Oh no, it's on the far right. Yeah, they made its own dice. Forgot about that.
Alright, so what do you want me to do?
Just drop that in the table.
The times 10 one?
No, on the far right on your dice roll tray, there is a one that is double zeros. Just roll that.
Oh.
An 84. Interesting. I have to pull up another table now.
You didn't expect me to
Go ahead.
roll that?
No, go ahead and roll another D100. This is a second table now. Okay. What the is that? Okay. Interesting.
All I can say is I'm sorry if I got us into anything.
As you guys are flying, you see a ship that you come across. Oh my god, I don't even know, like, what is this thing? As you guys are charting course around, you come across a ship that looks to be filled with druids, rangers, and clerics. The ship bears a large sort of water and earth-filled planet being dragged behind it with trees wrapping around the ship. It's
So
just,
it-
it's
it-
so
so
hard
it's-
to describe. On the back of the tree, or on the back of the ship, stands a large tree.
That's funny. It's like it's pulling a planet.
Yeah, this is a very, very interesting one.
What?
It's kind of it's very interesting. I've never actually heard of these creatures before. So as you guys are kind of gliding through, you see this giant ship with the tree that it looks to be pulling this larger sort of watery earthen planet behind it. Do you do anything, or are you going to fly by or cart around said ship?
We'll fly by and we'll just wave and marry on our way. And we're not messing with a planet.
Aye, aye, Captain. Let me roll a perception check for their captain. That's a save. There we go. You're lucky he rolled like absolute balls. So you wave. They don't seem to spot your attention, but then you notice the tree that is wrapped around the back of the boat. It starts to move, and then you can see it has eyes. The giant tree on the back of the boat is a creature itself. And you see it kind of move its arms and pick things up and drop things and move things throughout the ship. As a couple of other creatures... Actually, I could just show you a picture of these guys, because this is something. The tree ends up being this thing. It's kind of wrapping around the tree itself.
What?
Yeah. And then on the tree is also a couple of these guys. And a couple of smaller things.
What
And
the hell are
then
those?
you see that the actual tree is a creature itself. So it's just like one big creature, and all of these other things are clinging and grasping around it as it kind of just sails by.
Yeah, we'll just keep going. I don't think we want to fight a tree.
Tree spaceship.
I don't know. I'm more scared of those face hugger looking things.
It's so great. So they did not spot you, maybe because they are hard as wood, and you chart a course around them. I do want you all to roll another D100 though for a space encounter, because there is one thing plotted along the chart here. I have to kind of be careful.
I rolled a 60.
Okay. 60. Is this another space encounter? I was kind of hoping it was going to be the clowns. Oh. Because you guys are technically in wild space now, so I can't use that one no more. A 60 is its own number, by the way.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Means it's harder to hit. As you guys are flying through this latter half of space, this is just interesting. It's very much something. You see what looks to be an astral projection of what looks to be a human person. This white-filled apparition is surrounded by a bluish-pink light, and it floats drifting throughout space, almost like a ghostly form.
They're just floating there in space?
Yes. And I want everybody to roll an Arcana check. So this is kind of like an interesting kind of creature. We're getting into the really different creatures of this one. Okay. So, Cordell. I think this one comes to you more so because of your past. These creatures are called starlight apparitions. And pretty much if somebody on the material plane or a different plane of existence astral projects their form here into the astral plane, and then they die, their form becomes its own sort of entity. Their projection becomes their own apparition here on this plane of existence. So ideally, or in your mind, this is someone that was a powerful mage and or monk that sent their spirit here and then died.
Right.
So who are you?
So you want to guide towards this individual?
Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, we're adventurers. That's part of adventuring.
Okay. You look at them. Actually, I want to see if they can actually speak languages you knew in life. So he knows. You hear this person speak back. In this case, they don't have long hair. It would be a bald person. Oh, very interesting. Been a long time since I've seen someone.
Yeah?
I don't recall who I am anymore.
Well, it looks to be you. Why are you here?
My world had fallen into deep hard times, and I projected myself onto the astral plane to hopefully find answers. That was a long time ago here on Yosura.
Okay. Well, never heard of a Yosura.
He thinks for a moment. My name. Who am I? Centuries have passed. All I can recall is being a monk of the open hand. My name is Desmond, if I recall. Desmond.
Desmond. Oh no.
Yeah. Desmond was one of the few good guys that we could rely on.
Yusura's
I
out
just
there
don't-
somewhere.
Yeah, I don't remember if he was first season or second season.
Both.
Both. Might be why I can't remember which one.
Mainly first one, but he made an appearance in the second one too.
He's the guy that took down a Tarask with his open hand punch.
Yeah, I remember that. That was second season.
Yes.
First season, he was on the council. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it's all coming back to me. Okay, so what are you looking for, Desmond? Never heard of a Yosura.
We were looking for people to hopefully save our world. It had been flooded by water. The island split in two. Water filled up the material plane that we knew and loved. And I seeked here to this plane to hopefully find an answer, to find a location, something to stop the water.
Okay. And so you projected yourself to the astral plane. You're here. It's been a long, long time. So, and you're looking for help to save your world.
The things you meet on the astral plane are far worse than the Adam Godfrey that I knew on my world. Than the Adam Godfrey that I knew on my world. That split and sunk our island. It's starting to cut out again, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can see it a little bit on Discord.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it doing this? I don't understand why, because it's definitely input related.
It's because you're trying to resurrect Adam.
There was a man named Adam Godfrey that sank our world. And everything on this plane seems to be far worse than what he was. Hence how I died. Nothing could kill Desmond. Except for the thing that did.
You were alive until you weren't.
That is binary right there, see?
Yeah.
Death and undeath.
Well, yeah. I'm not sure how we can help you there, Desmond.
Oh, I do recognize something, I can tell you. Something I recall from Yosura is here.
And what would that be?
It is called the Guiding Light.
Guiding light.
It is a lighthouse.
Oh, no. Flashback.
Sage.
PTSD.
Uh-huh. It's a lich. We're fucked.
This
You're
lighthouse
joking.
seeks as the portal to the ethereal, where souls go, and where they can return from.
Okay.
Meaning, if we die, we could possibly go retrieve said person from there.
There is a possibility.
What if we don't want to die?
Then you don't
Can we
have
still
to
retrieve
return. The soul is a thing of decision.
Hmm. Okay, so it guides the souls.
Hmm.
Would that mean if evil creatures were to die, would they be able to come back?
That is also a possibility. But I think there lies a guardian of sort to prevent such thing from happening.
Okay, as long as there's checks and balances, I think we don't have to worry about it that much. But we have that option.
Indeed you do. But for me, my time and my options are gone. So I shall see you, friends, as I shall be the stars among the ones you sail.
Well, it was nice meeting you, Desmond.
And likewise, my pointy-eared friend.
You wouldn't by chance know of a good sushi place, would you?
Oh, there was one called Lightning Pass Sushi. Long time ago.
That was centuries ago.
Uh-huh.
Long time ago.
I think I've still got that menu that I made up for Lightning Ball Sushi.
That's awesome.
The Thracko Sexy Man roll.
Tell me who serves on the council.
I do not know anymore. But anyway, if you see Najor, tell him I say, later, bitch!
He knows the Jura.
He knows the Jura.
He will kind of flicker for a moment before disappearing. Almost like the star has faded.
He still didn't tell us exactly what he wanted.
He wanted to be alive again.
It sounded like a lore dump.
Yeah. It's amazing at the kinds of people you meet on these travels.
And none of them absolute jerks yet. That's crazy. Although, you're about to meet another one that's going to be great. So, the closer you guys get here, you start to see a little bit more sort of asteroids drifting off on this edge. And then you can see, beyond the asteroids, it looks like there's nothingness. You see the purple and pink in the blue color sky that you all know as wild space in Etheria. It kind of stops, and it's just a void. And the void seems to go on and on. You can't see anything for like hundreds of miles. You could probably presume you don't see anything. It gets darker, as if light doesn't reach.
Oh boy, we're on the edge of the grid, boys.
The edge of this sort of space system as well. As you guys are kind of taking in awe at the edge here from the chart that Edward Kenway has sort of coursed. You guys are kind of drifting around some asteroids. You hear a loud sound. I think Cordell would be the first one to spot it. Your ship is a fairly decent size. It's of gargantuan. It probably is 120 feet in length and maybe pushing 50 to 60 feet in width. This creature that Cordell spots far exceeds that. We're talking hundreds of feet in width alone, and maybe 1,000 plus in length. As you all see, coming from your east and sailing into the void before your eyes past you. A creature of myth and a creature of lore.
Let's run. There's no fucking way.
As you see this creature, it sails into that void. It does not fear what is beyond the edge, what is in the abyss, the unknown. It is the unknown.
Did we just stumble into the Trask equivalent of a space Trask? Oh my god.
So,
I like how he's called Dreadnaught.
that means you are dreading not turning around.
No, you just better just keep going. I don't want to fight him.
So you see him kind of drift off into the deeper part of the space, into the void.
And our ship is probably the size of like one of his teeth.
You're probably about the size of like its claw for your ship.
Okay.
Like it's
Yeah, still no.
it's huge. Like this thing is big.
That's what she said.
That's what you guys are shitting your pants to right now too. So and still no signs of said bar at the edge of the universe here. Would you like to continue plotting a course, Captain?
Is this where the fucking bar is in the edge of the universe?
Well, you didn't chart it to the direct corner. You kind of did it off to the west.
Oh, I thought I was going to the corner. I just take us to the bar now.
So, where would you like to chart the course to? I'm gonna let
You
you draw
said-
on the map again.
You fucking motherfucker.
Don't draw too crazy. You might fight that guy.
I'm good. I'll go right to the corner right here.
Okay.
Just where you said it should be.
So you guys sail up a little bit longer. It probably takes another minute or so of sailing. And eventually you see this bar. It's a sort of cozy, quaint little, almost like a diner, is sitting atop this asteroid. And as you guys are sort of coming up here, you note there's no dock, and there looks to be one big claw mark that has slashed through half of the asteroid.
Oh, we know who did that.
Something that Cordell did not recall it being there last time. At the top of the building stands a flickering light sign, almost like an 80s diner, that says "Bar at the Edge of the Universe." You all have located said bar.
What do you guys want to do? Do you want me to... So we can't really dock the ship anywhere.
You can, there's just no ports.
Oh, okay. I guess we'll dock the ship and go on in.
Okay. As you guys come on the inside, it is cozy and quaint. Only one individual is currently standing behind the bar. He seems to be quiet. The barkeeper is trembling, wondering who it is that is coming in. As he sees you, he spots you all, and he recognizes a familiar face amongst you. Oh, you see this mustached man with a slick comb over, standing behind the bar, almost elegantly. He's like, "Oh, I didn't think I'd be seeing you round these parts, Cordell. Especially after what's happened here."
Well, here I am. Like it or not.
I thought I was done for. I thought I was knocked into the abyss from that creature.
Well, we've solved your little Scooby-Doo mystery there. You are no longer the bar at the edge of the universe. You are now the bar at just outside the edge of the universe.
Well, what? I saw that creature. Do you know what that thing was? Something swiped into the asteroid and knocked me astray.
Ain't never seen anything like that before.
Oh, it's certainly nothing like Thal. There's only one incident that I can handle at a time, and it's been too soon since that last one with Vod.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you took care of it. How are you doing all right these days?
Doing all right. That's about all I can really say. So, how are you doing?
Oh, better now. He turns over to the rest of you. I'm sorry. I'm barkeeper Jasper. I've been here for a long time. I've done a lot of things, but that was about the scariest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
How are you supposed to fight that thing?
Event.
Whoa!
What's that?
What's that there?
What was the scary event?
Oh, the asteroid the bar gun sits on, it's got swiped by some giant creature.
Oh yeah, we just passed by it.
How are you supposed to take care of that thing? How's anyone supposed to fight that thing?
You just let it do its thing.
It just lives and feeds and breathes and consumes?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I ain't never gonna get a night's sleep again.
Yeah, you will. Just drink enough.
Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah. Hook my friends up with whatever they want to eat and drink. It's on me.
Whew. Well, all right then. What would you folks like? We got water, we got beer, we got meads, we got ales and liquors, and also fear. Plenty of that to go around.
A bacon blue with a red.
Oh, I'll see if I can try to get something. I'll see if something's gonna work out out here. He turns around and starts to see if he has some food, and he starts pouring some beers. Can I get anything else for you all?
I'll take that mead. That sounds pretty nice.
All right, got you.
As I think you can see there, Jasper, I've got a new crew since the last time you and I talked. And I'll put my hand on Edward's shoulder and I'll say, "This is our ship's captain.
Well,
This is Grape Shot.
Howdy.
And this is our healer, Edgar."
oh, well, pleasure to make y'all's acquaintances. I haven't seen Cordell here since he was back in the bounty hunting days. And we got a story to tell you if he's interested in telling. That's quite one of some unfavorable patrons.
You there, Jasper.
Are you sure about that? That's yours to tell there, friend.
Yeah, well, you can tell it. I'm not feeling like going down memory lane.
Let me see if I have the picture.
And I will, while Jasper's relaying the story, I'll take my pistol out and I'll inspect it. I'll fiddle with the cylinder, rotate it a few times, make sure it's fully loaded. Just kind of pointed at a general direction away from everybody and, practice my aim a little bit.
Okay. As he sits there, he will tell the story of how a Mind Flayer captain had come into this establishment, sat down, ordered a drink before getting violent. He started cannibalizing and consuming some of the patrons before there was a fight between Cordell and this individual known as Thalvad. A devious Mind Flayer pirate captain. Fight ensued. Cordell got hit with some attack by the Mind Flayer. It tried to latch onto him. It got him good. But Cordell also got him good. After that, he fled the scene. I haven't seen him since. And I'm trying to find the picture of him that I had. I think I sent it to you, Brett, a long while back.
And
Should be in here somewhere. Like, I'm just not seeing it at all.
While you try to find out, what did this Thalvad do?
Oh, he's a...
Vod was...
Go ahead.
I was working crewing a pirate ship, and he was a rival captain. And him and his crew, and we happened to be here at the bar at the edge of the universe. We were in between missions, having some downtime, some shore leave, and I didn't recognize him, and I don't think any of the rest of my buddies recognized him. And I know at some point things got crazy, and then everything kind of went blurry for me. And when I came to, I had this Mind Flayer digging into my scalp. And that's where I got this scar that runs diagonally from my left ear up above my left eye at its tentacles around my throat. I just remember reacting. I don't remember exactly what I did, but whatever happened, whatever I did or said, he let go of me. I don't know why I'm not dead. He got pretty much everybody in the bar except for there was another elf, some type of spellcaster, myself and Jasper. I'm not sure if anybody else survived, but we were the three. Why he didn't kill me, I don't know. I just don't know what happened, but
That was quite a minute ago now.
Right, so if we see this Jasper fellow, pretty much on site, right?
Jasper is the barkeeper. Thal
he's smart.
is the...
Oh, Thal.
Thal is the
Gotcha.
mind flayer.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. I'm gonna hold my gun up, practice my aim at a wall, and I'll say, yeah, there won't be much talking between me and Thal. I'll holster my gun.
Everyone make a perception check, please.
I'm drinking my mead.
Edgar and Cordell, as the story's being relayed to you. Cordell, you're rubbing your gun. You get almost this tingling in your arms. You feel the hairs stand up. Edgar, you turn your head and you hear a sound. You hear the of what sounds to be a spelljamming ship on the outside. A couple seconds go by before the door is opened up slowly, and you see what looks to be a mind flare individual walking in through the door.
Speak of the dough.
This
Speak of
one,
my flare.
this one doesn't bear any sort of markings or scars. Cordell doesn't... You wouldn't recognize this individual that walks in. But all the same, a mind flare walks through the door. He walks over towards the bar. He stands next to you and gives you all a look for a moment before sitting down.
Say, Jasper, give the Fred whatever he wants. It's on me.
He turns and looks at Jasper. I'll have a whiskey. And Jasper is kind of shaking at this point. Yeah, it's coming right up. He pours the whiskey out real quick, throws a couple ice cubes in there, and then slides it over. You don't... a funny thing, I've only ever seen one mind flare before around here. Do you happen to know a guy named Thal? I think that's what his name was. He's like, I know Thal. He tends to work alone these days. But I did just catch a ride with a different kind of crew. They seem to be kind and helpful. As that sort of conversation is going on, you'll see two more individuals steadily walk in. Although, you have this mind flare sitting in the bar, and it's kind of like the lead up to a crappy joke. You're like, a mind flare, a group of adventurers, a nervous barkeeper, and then these guys show up in the bar. And it's just like nothing matches, because these other individuals that you see that approach into the bar are... It's just better for you to see them, honestly.
I thought you were gonna say Django.
Oh no.
Space clowns.
You see this little guy and this taller guy walk in. This taller guy appears to be wearing a necklace. A necklace very similar to one that one of you currently has in your possession.
Oh, fuck. Planeswalker?
No. One that you got from Yosef. As these two gentlemen walk over and sit down, the little guy goes, so tell me, Stretch, what are you gonna get? He's like, I don't know, Bobinski. Something delicious. Something that's gonna fill my tummy with the yummy. How about you, gentlemen? You here to see a show?
I fucking hate them.
I'm trying to decide who I want to shoot first, the Mind Flayer or the Space Clowns.
Which is so sad because you had a member of the MTE, Mattress Tag Enforcers, that traveled with these guys. But he's not here right now, unfortunately. But
He's at a birthday party.
no, this is Barnaby Stitch's crew.
Oh.
So, Babinski will, the littler one, goes up to them. It goes up to the bigger one. So, Stretch, what's that there in your shirt? And Stretch's like, I don't know. What is on my shirt? And he like zips his finger up real quick and flicks him in the nose. But he flicks him so hard that you see part of his nose comes off. And then it folds back down and reattaches. Got him!
Oh, I don't like that.
And I think... Oh boy, who would it be? I think Bobinski, the little one, would come over to Grape Shot. You know, it's been a while since we've had a Hattersy friend in the crew.
Oh yeah?
So, you walk in here, you have a bad joke, and now you're coming over here to start some funny business. I don't like you.
That's what we're good at. We're also here for some drinks.
Go have you drink.
I think I will, friend. He sits down. Say, Stretch, you got that thing? Yeah, I always got the thing. He points it over at the bar. He points it over at Edward Kenway. There's going to be a big show as he points like this gun at Edward Kenway. It's a big show tonight. You ain't going to believe it. It's going to be crazy.
I'm gonna reach out and touch the top of the gun, point it down, kind of lower it, and be like, "So, I got a joke for you."
Let's hear it, friend. Woohoo!
And walked into a bar. You think he'd see it?
He pauses for a second. Boy, Stretch, that was a good one. I've never heard that one before. And as Stretch is laughing so hard, he squeezes the trigger, and you see it shoot out a bang flag at the tip of the gun. He's like, I'm gonna sit down here.
Fucking hate clowns.
Let's avoid any trouble
successfully.
in Mr. Jasper's establishment here.
He's like,
You successfully created more characters we hate.
in one session?
Yep. I didn't think I'd actually like a Mind Flayer better than I like another NPC, but fucking A, I just got proved wrong.
So, Stretch and Babinski sit down at the bar. They start sipping on some whiskey. Sipping on some drinks. They play with a little bit of the ice. And they start talking in what seems to be like broken English to some degree. Edward Kenway, I want you to make a perception check. Or make an insight check.
Check. Okay.
You catch the gist of what they're saying. It seems to be they're trying to collect a package from a drop point. Something that's going to be coming in from the elemental plane of water. Something that's supposed to be coming in from a grandmaster or someone that's pretty high up within the guild or within the establishment.
Yeah.
Is it in our guild for the Spelljammer?
No, they seem to be talking in some dialect of Thieves' Cant.
Okay. Do we get a name of this person?
No, whenever they're referring to someone, it's just like a higher up. Like they in Thieves' Cant, translating it to English is kind of like they would be saying like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna go see Grandpa." Like that's the code that they're using to describe this individual. So to everyone else, it just seems like they're talking like absolute shit nonsense, and most people wouldn't pay it any mind because they're clowns. So it's almost like a good cover-up to hide the insanity that they're actually spewing. But you know something different. That it seems that they are running some sort of illegal or roguelike operation as clowns.
Well, no shit, they're clowns. All clowns are evil.
There, as they sit there and finish up their drinks and finish up their conversation, they'll turn to the Mind Flayer. All right, we're gonna leave you here. I think you're gonna be getting a pickup soon anyway. He's like, fair. We'll drink some more. You see Stretch go, hey, do you think Pennywise wants anything? Babinski's like, we ain't getting him shit. We ain't getting him shit. And then he's like, let's go. Stretch's like, okay. He walks out. Babinski follows behind. He turns back and smiles at you all. I think you'll all be part of a grand show later on down the road. And as he walks out the door, you see him shoot a couple of his own poppers off, like, with the confetti sprinkling down.
Yep.
There's definitely going to be a show a little bit later.
And then there were two with the crew. As you guys kind of are sitting there taking in everything, the Mind Flayer gets another drink and another drink. And eventually, he starts to become a little bit more irate. You start to see him sort of lose control of who he is. Cordell, it sort of mirrors what happened not too long ago. You see him start to stand up. The tentacles on his face start to flicker out as he gets more agitated. Almost reverting to non-intellectual kind of state of a Mind Flayer.
Everything all right with you there, Fred?
He turns and looks at you. He makes this kind of sound. Like... And Cordell, you feel a twitch. Almost like a trigger in your brain. Almost like something inside your head is pulling at your brain, trying to break out of your scalp. So you're one of us too. Or you will be soon. Thal left a mark on you, didn't he?
You can see it.
And not just on you. In you.
Oh no, he has one of those worms in his eye.
Tadpole.
Yeah, tadpole.
Bubble.
From Baldur's Gate, they're a bitch to cure. So, I guess we gotta find Cordell a cure. We don't want him to turn into any Mind Flayer on us.
Yeah, I don't want to turn into a Mind Flayer.
As this individual stands up, he is going to slowly drift his way past you. Who is the highest intelligence? It's definitely not Edward. Definitely not Edward Kenway.
No, not me. I would say Edgar, because he does his spells.
No, your intelligence is higher than Edgar's.
Oh, really?
Would
Damn,
that be me?
All of you are dumb as fuck.
Fucking A.
I have a 9 intelligence.
That's low.
Wow, that explains a lot.
Grape shot got everyone dumped int. Everyone dumped except for Barnaby. He's not here, and neither did Bella's not here either, and she's got int. It would be Cordell, but Cordell is. Narratively, it makes no sense. I think it would have to be Edward with a 9.
Wow.
As this guy starts walking, he's kind of gauging all of you, and he's gonna go. You're a smart one, aren't you? To Edward.
Yeah, I'm the captain. What's it to you?
Captain of It's a Small World, more like it.
Wow.
He kind of eyes you up and down for a moment before he is going to lunge at you, Edward. And we're going to roll for initiative.
Oh, fuck, we're going to another battle?
Why not?
Oh, motherfucker.
Yeah,
I know Cordell wants to shoot a mind flare. Come on.
I guess we're going into it.
You'll see Jasper like, oh god, not again! And he's going to dive under the bar.
You know, why the fuck's he going against me? Why is everyone starting to attack me first?
You're the smartest one!
How?
That's not infected with a mind worm. So let me add this dude in here. At least you can see what you're shooting at this time.
Touche.
I don't think I've thrown just a straight mind flare at you guys in a long while.
I don't think so.
It's been since
Yeah,
Ilson
I
signed.
was going to say the last Mind Flayer encounter I remember was when we pranked the Mind Flayer hive.
This is Concordia 1.
Yeah, that would have been. Yeah, I guess that was Concordia 1.
Because that was Ilson signed as the bad guy. So he gets to go first, actually. So he is going to make a tentacle attack at Edward. The 23 to hit. So as the tentacles grab Edward by the head, it's going to start eating his brain and trying to rip his brain out of his skull. And Edward, you're going to make a save as he's like eating your brain. Oh, wow, that's not good. Edward, you are stunned currently as he's eating your brain and you just kind of get paralyzed like...
Oh, boy. Does that trigger a mind flare?
What do you mean?
Not yet.
No, okay. Or a tadpole, I mean. I should say.
You are grappled by him, and you are stunned, and you are held by his thing. And... I'm trying to see this here. Oh, okay, yeah. You know, I think Cordell would know it's pretty bad at this point, because next turn he can probably just eat your brain. So, Cordell,
Alrighty.
you see this guy grappling
And will
Edward.
that instantly kill me?
Maybe.
Alrighty. first shot with a pistol.
Misses. He
Can I give
deflects
him
it.
the ability to reroll with my luck?
I
No,
don't think
you
so.
are out of commission.
That hits, though. That's solid damage.
Oh, he doesn't have that
let's
much life.
see. Here we go.
He's like a
You need to
humanoid.
unlock my token,
Oh,
please.
sorry. There you go.
Alright, and I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll be my turn.
Okay. Edgar.
I'll cast Bless.
Okay. Bless.
That's level 2, so I get all of this.
Okay.
And then I'll move. And I'll use my Harness Divine to get my level 2 spell slot back as a bonus action.
Okay.
That will do it.
Alrighty. Edward Kenway, you are stunned currently. So
Can I use my hidden blade to do something?
So let me read to you what stunned is real quick. A stunned creature is incapacitated, can't move, and can't speak, only falteringly. The creature automatically fails dex and strength saves, and attack rolls against the creature have advantage. So you are considered incapacitated right now, which means you can't take actions or reactions.
So I'm just sort of stuck. I can't do anything.
Pretty much.
Right.
So would you like to pray as a action?
Yes.
Okay. Grape shot. This is what Hannah is going to do to all of the bad guys in the future.
I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
I'm gonna mark this Mind Flayer as my quarry. Oh man, I don't have a strong strength. Wow, no, I'm not even gonna try it. I'm just gonna shoot twice with my crossbow.
Okay. That hits. That's some good damage.
And then one more attack.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Pew, 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 pew. Actually, and one more.
I'll go back. Bonus action, action, movement. That'll be my turn.
Okay. Unfortunately, buddy.
Don't tell me I'm gonna fucking die.
Edward. It's gonna use this extract brain.
No.
Is a 24. Let me make sure. Can you use lucky on a bad guy's roll to make him roll another D20? You can force him to re-roll the D20 if you want him to roll one more D20.
Try it. If it's the only way to keep me alive.
So this will be one more D20 roll. And let's just say, what is it? Hold on. What is your AC? So we know the number here is 15. So he needs to roll a lower than an 8.
Oh yeah.
That's a 6 on the
Wait.
dice, bud.
That's
That's good.
bad.
That's good
That's good.
for
That's good.
for Edward Kenway. Because as he's trying to munch on your brain. The average damage that does is 55, by the way. Mm-hmm. So he is just going to pick Kenway up with his tentacles here. He's kind of latched onto him, and he's going to move him because he's stunned. 5. I'll tuck over here. 10, 15. We'll tuck him over here. And he's going to kind of use him as partial cover against you range guys over there.
Yeah.
So
I'm a
Cordell.
sharpshooter.
There you go.
So I
Doesn't
somehow
matter.
survived that.
Yep.
You guys have to kill him now, or
He's
I'm dead.
He's in a hostage situation. Yeah, he has partial cover against Grape Shot at least using.
Okay.
Using.
I
Edward.
got something for that. I got something for that.
Alrighty, Cordell. With the sharpshooter, you negate it. That hits.
That's a hit.
Nice.
Ooh.
That's really solid damage. He's really hurt off of that one. You kind of blow off some of the tentacles on his face. That's another solid hit.
Nice.
He's looking really hurt.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just action surge and take some frustration out on this fucker.
Go for it.
All right, first attack.
That hits. You might just do it right here. How would you like to do this?
Oh,
Nice.
thank you.
I get my bloodlust up, and I hit him with the first shot and the second shot, and before I take the third shot, I'm gonna say, "You fucking Fred, it's time for you to die." I move up to 10 feet away from him before I pull the trigger, and then I pull the trigger on the third one right at his head. Sorry, Kenway, you might be a little deaf for a while.
Also, just for curiosity's sake, as Cordell blows this Mind Flayer's brains right all over the bar, Jasper's like, Uncle Claw, clean it up, don't worry! And this Mind Flayer just lets go of Edward Kenway and drops to the floor like a limp squid. But just for our curiosity's sake, Edward Kenway had 22 HP left. This is how much damage it would have done.
Yeah, you would have died.
You would have had your brain eaten.
I somehow saved my life.
Yeah, you would have had your brain eaten. And you would have... Yeah, they would have had an adventure to the ethereal plane to either get you back or you'd have a new character.
So in the past, this session and last session, I almost died 3 times.
Welcome to D&D.
Why is it on me the past 3 times in a row? All the combat was towards me.
To be
now,
fair,
granted, I started the first one.
I rolled the first one today for the Invisible Stalker, and it just happened to be you.
Why did you do the fucking mind flare on me?
You have the highest intelligence. They like eating brains, and they like the ones that have the higher intelligence.
Yep.
So, there you go. You guys are out of combat.
Now, do I have a tadpole in me now?
You're not sure.
I don't know. I didn't know I had a tadpole in me until Fred right there decided.
Well, now we're gonna go figure out how to get this shit checked.
Yeah, I think it's like herpes. It's, once you get it, you don't ever get rid of it.
We got magic for that. It's okay.
Gosh, magic can fix it.
Yeah. But I think as you guys are sort of sitting here in sort of a almost experience that reminds Cordell of his not so distant past, I think that's where we're going to pick up next time. You guys had a little bit of combat, got a little bit of pass, so you guys are going to get some gold when you get back to the guild. You saw one of the scariest things you're probably going to fight eventually down the road this season. It's going to be great.
His version of a Tarrasque.
I just can't believe I almost died twice.